Alright, so making good, healthy food for yourself or for your dogs is not that complicated. And it's a lot cheaper. These are my babies. You know, I don't always take the time to cook them good, healthy, natural stuff. I feed them in between. This Little Caesars, they love it. I mean, you know, and I have these treats that are made from coconut oil that are really good for them. I ordered off eBay. I try to get them these healthy treats like these nudges, supposed to be all natural, and you know, I try to get them some stuff for their teeth like these greenies, supposed to be healthy too. But I do give them these Little Caesars because they're small, and at night I don't like to give them very big treats after they go outside. I don't want them crapping in the house. So I got 4 dogs right now. Rescued this one from my ex when her dog, and then her dog died, and she blamed it on this one because it had a little cough. That's Piper. What you doing, Piper? And she was abused. My main dog there, Fergie, the mother, she was abused in a rescue too that my ex rescued when she lived here, and I hated her at first. She sat underneath that dining room table and barked at me, and I told her to make that woman take that dog back. So anyway, about cooking the food. I buy that stuff at Walmart, the fresh food that they keep in the fridge, but it is expensive. It's like $20 a bag, and I do buy that too when I get lazy and don't want to cook. But so pretty much I take like any kind of healthy freaking like fruit, or vegetable, and put in here. I got broccoli, which is really good for dog, and you can make the same thing for yourself, which I make a soup for myself, and you know, I share it with my renter and family and stuff. But you just take like carrots and cabbage. I put like peas and carrots, and I think I said broccoli. As long as you don't put no spices. The only difference between, you know, making it for yourself and human consumption is you don't put all the spices. Try to keep it as natural as possible for the dogs. And you know, you can, dogs, Fergie, what are you doing up there? Dogs are not supposed to have salt, but you can give them Himalayan pink salt. It's a mineral. It's good for them. Also, you can give them cilantro. Do not give them paprika, though. It will give them diarrhea. Cilantro is very healthy for them. Coconut oil. Dogs love coconut stuff. This is all natural, 100%. Non-processed coconut oil. I put some of these dulse flakes, which are made from seaweed, in there. I put a can of albacore white tuna in here. I leave the juice in there too because it's got a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. I put brown rice in there. Brown rice is healthier rice. Let's see, this is the rice I put in there. Like I said, anything healthy, natural. Carrots are really good for dogs. I put a lot of carrots in here, and I love them too. I'll eat this too. I get a bowl of it right next to them. And then I'm going to put also, I know it's kind of weird to mix meat and fish, but I put I'll put this can of vegetable beef soup in there after it's done. I also put in this bag of frozen flounder, the steamed vegetables. I put some vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is very good for dogs, for humans. I take apple cider pills myself because I can't stand the taste of the vinegar. But I put apple cider vinegar drops in my dog's water. Not every time, because I know they get sick. I don't know. I think they like it better with the apple cider vinegar in it, but I don't do it every single time. I do it like every other time or so, because it's really good for them. And if your dog has any kind of worms, there's all kind of things that you can give your dogs for worms. Like here's some stuff I take myself, because humans have all kind of worms and parasites, but dogs can have like this pumpkin seed oil. Black walnut is very good for worms in humans and in dogs. Wormwood. There's some pumpkin seed oil. It's really good. And one of the greatest things that I've found, like that girl right there was diagnosed with heartworms, which is very dangerous for dogs. And turn on a light in here. This right here, black walnut and wormwood extract, will kill, this is alcohol free, will kill heartworms and any kind of worms that your dogs have. Diatomaceous earth, you can give them that. I gave my dogs a bunch of that one time and they were shitting all over the place with diarrhea. You really don't want to do that. But the black walnut, very good. I have a little mixture of nuts, black walnuts and pecans and all. I put in my coffee every morning just because I know it's good for worms and parasites. And this little girl here, Piper, I also feed her, you know, this. She likes dry food. So I get her this grain-free stuff and this little Caesar. In between me cooking them food and all, I will give them that because, you know, it can get kind of be too much having to cook. But this is a lot cheaper, like I said, than buying the stuff at the store. It's very expensive. And, you know, it's pretty cheap to make it like this. Frozen vegetables I found to be a lot better than canned, but I will use some canned vegetables in their stuff too. And there you go. So if you like my video, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. I hadn't figured out how to make money off of freaking YouTube yet. Really, the monetizing, all that can be pretty difficult to figure out. Besides, I don't have enough followers. I hadn't even figured out how to get a whole lot of followers yet. And I'll buy pizza. I try to stay away from meat, and I was a vegan and vegetarian at one time. But I do eat some now and then. Try to stay basically away from pork. But, you know, a little bit of meat now and then, not too bad. The main thing is that I hate the killing of animals because I love animals so much. But you can buy like these veggie burgers that are really good. And I love my Swiss cheese. And I try to keep the fruits. I always eat some fruit, you know. And then there's the red grapefruit. And then I do buy a little processed meat once in a while. The dogs love it. But here's some tofurkey I haven't tried yet. Sausage. I'll tell you what, that stuff is very expensive though. Very expensive. But well worth it, you know, try to stay healthy. And you know, and garlic is very good for you. I mean, I eat a lot of garlic. I buy these big bottles of minced garlic, which is pretty fresh. What was I going to say about the fruits and vegetables? Limes and lemons are really good. It's good to stay very alkaline. You know, it's a struggle to try to, you know, eat a totally healthy vegetarian or vegan diet all the time in this world, because believe it or not, you are affected by other people very strongly, not to mention all the commercials and all that on TV where they're using subliminal messages, just pounding that garbage in, you know, the processed, you know, Burger King and all them fast food restaurants, McDonald's. Man, it's so hard to stay away from that stuff. I rarely ever eat that stuff. But it's not easy, especially if you live in the city. I live out in the country, so I'm like, it's easier for me, but it's still hard. When I sit out here at my place, you know, what I was going to say is, like, it's so hard to stay on a real disciplined diet all the time that what I do is a lot of fasting. I try to, at times, I go all day without eating as late as I can every day. My ex does it naturally. You know, so the thing that I struggle with all the time, and have been for 20-something odd years, my ex and a lot of women do naturally, like these models and all that. They never eat because they're trying to stay skinny, keep a fit body, but they're healthy, you know, for doing that. And they probably don't even realize just how healthy that is. Old 57 Chevy I used to have at one of my sister's houses. So anyway, I try to do a lot of fasting, live what I call a fasted lifestyle, because I already know for a fact that all this stuff is an illusion anyway. All this food, drinks, everything. We're spiritual beings. We just got to fight our way back to our spiritual body. And it's not an easy thing to do. Got some Indian in me. Found out them things are worth a lot more than I paid for them recently. So anyway, yeah, try to do a lot of fasting. Try to go to the gym. I try to go to the fitness center at least once a week. I need to go more. It's hard as heck to find time to get up there, especially when I got all this going on. All these projects and things. And now I just bought a welder yesterday and all the stuff to go with it. The gloves, the welding rods, the hammer. Then now I'm going back today to buy a cart for the thing. I didn't realize I needed a cart to push it around and stuff. Trying to learn how to weld. Been watching a lot of YouTube videos. And so I got to weld a scraper blade on my tractor. If he's welding bad, that'd be my biggest practice on the welding thing. So maybe I'll make a video about that. Anyway, discipline, discipline, discipline. Very, very important. For you and your loved pets. And we all need to stop eating and killing these animals soon. Because this world is in a bad condition. And it's all of our karma coming back. From damn near destroying it and killing all these animals and eating bad diets. And letting these people that have these huge businesses and fast food restaurants that are making bazillions off of killing all of us. Tobacco industry, alcohol, all that stuff. Anyway, God bless y'all, and most importantly, read your Bibles, especially the gospel of Jesus or the red letters. Above all else, do that. If that'll make you hungrier, believe me, because what it does is it makes your physical body start fighting to become spiritual again, and then, you know, the spirit's at war with the flesh, so it can make it even harder. But it's very important. Because what we're doing ideally is we're helping these lost souls and spirits of humans that lived past lives and all. I know that's heavy. I'm going to get into a bunch of videos about that. I already have a few out there. So, all right. Subscribe. Like it if you want to see some more. Have a good day. All right. So I'm going to do a little bit of add-on to my video because, you know, I forgot to mention a few things. But usually what I do is I'll buy chicken breasts to boil first and put in with this. Now, this time I used a lot of fish stuff, like I said, the albacore tuna and fillets, the frozen fillets. When I eat eggs, I always try to get the organic cage-free. Some people will say, oh, well, why do you want to kill healthy chickens? That's worse than killing the unhealthy, killing happy chickens. But whatever, you know, I mean, you just gotta make a decision at some point. You know, what's healthier for you is healthy. And sometimes I'll throw a couple eggs in with this too, because it's good for the dogs. Grass-fed meat is the best, though. If you could possibly get grass-fed. I eat honey every day, raw, unfiltered honey, and it's very good for you. And this is another protein that I've been taking, making shakes with. I'll take this organic protein here, the plant-based. And then I found out, I watched a bunch of weightlifters on YouTube, found out that the whey is the best for building muscle. And then I bought this creatine too. It's really good for building muscle. Called Master Blaster, but I don't like the flavor of that. It's kind of like a fruit flavor, and it doesn't go very good with the chocolate and banana flavor stuff that I have. And then this is Harataki. If you ever heard of that, it's supposed to be really awesome for you, but it's so strong. Hadn't been taking a lot lately. And then this super blend right here. I need to put some of this in with my dogs. soup. Mine and my dog's soup, I should say, because I'll be eating it too. I need to start using some of that. I've got a whole case full of that stuff. There was so many other things that I wanted to mention. Yeah, Walmart has some grass-fed beef, and I hadn't found grass-fed chicken yet. I'm a big Elvis fan. That's my Elvis thing that I painted right there. Got a lot of Elvis stuff. So anyway, I thought I was going to start an eBay store a couple weeks ago, and I went ahead and I listed a whole bunch of stuff on there, right? And they said you're supposed to be able to list stuff, 200 items for free without having to pay anything. And next thing you know, they started sending me like an $80, $100 bill and stuff, and I ain't even sold nothing yet. So I hurried up and deleted my account. I'm like, screw that. I don't even know how people make money off of eBay with all that percentages and all that stuff they take out. It's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. There's old Jesus. Anyway, I had a whole bunch of stuff. My renter gave me those. And I was like, I don't eat that crap. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll leave it on a table. I bet that stuff will outlive us. They put so much freaking stuff in there, preservative and stuff in there. It's ridiculous. I got this little foot massager here. It works pretty well. I love that hydro massager they have at Planet Fitness. It's awesome. So anyway, I had a bunch of other stuff I wanted to talk about, but every time I freaking get off here, I think about it by watching the video, and then I forget. But anyway, me and Fergie, I love that dog now. I you know, like we hated each other at first, but then I love her so much now. I went and freaking, she had pups. She had 4 of them. We got rid of 2 of them because it was way too many dogs. That's one of them clocks that has a different Corvette sound every time it gets on the hour. I've had 13 Corvette. This thing's really cool that I found here. Let me turn this on. I'm just really kind of eccentric. I love stuff like this right here. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? I got Christmas lights all over my house. I got freaking all kind of these cars, these little scale model cars, because when I was a kid, my grandpa had a glass case full of those, and I used to just sit there and dream and stare at them. And I'm a merchandiser. I've been buying and selling stuff for years. That's a portrait that a homeless guy made of me for a donation over in Mobile several years back. I collect badges. I got all these badges, and these are like freaking real. ATF badge. What's that one? That one's police federal agent. This one they confiscated down in Miami at the border the first time they tried to send it to me. Me and my ex were going to be bondsmen, but that didn't work out too good. Counter-terrorist unit. Anyway, I got other badges too. I keep them in my car because I own a lot of sports cars and stuff, and like the best thing I found to keep people from getting on your ass like they like to do in sports cars, especially, it make me get road rage, is to whip one of them badges out, and they get a mile behind you after they see that. Yeah, I usually put the chicken breast in here. Some kind of good, try to get healthy meat for the dogs. But yeah, what I was going to say is the veterinary, what they use to try to get rid of heartworms in dogs is actually arsenic, poison. A lot of dogs die from them trying to kill heartworms. So I looked up on YouTube, try to find a natural way to kill them, and that's where I found out about which I already knew about black walnut and all that for humans, but I didn't know you could kill worms in dogs and parasites. So that was the main thing I wanted to get back on here and say. I'm sure there's other stuff, but maybe in another video. All right. God bless you. Keep the faith. I know our world is in big trouble right now with the coronavirus, and we just had a couple hurricanes rip through here, just about broke my ass, and it's been rough, man. It took me 2 months to clear my property, cut up all the trees that fell on all my sheds and everything. So every day it's like, barely surviving. Now I had 100 projects to do, and now got a big pontoon project. I can't even afford to do the upholstery on it now because of the hurricanes, because I don't collect nothing. I don't like no government agencies. I ain't trying to get no money from FEMA. My insurance don't cover nothing like hurricanes on my house. And I don't get none of that stimulus stuff or none of that either. But I'm glad a lot of people do, because it has helped people that I know a lot. But anyway, if they'd have spent more than billions of dollars they just wasted on a stupid election, and Trump, all the money he spent on all them lawyers accusing them of being a bad ballot election and all that crap, he's a dumbass, because he could have just sent all that money to all of us losers in the world, all us common people. And don't you think it'd be smarter to have everybody liking you from doing that than trying to do something stupid like you try to do? Man, it just don't make no damn sense to me. Modern day slavery. They love keeping us all broke and as slaves. Anyway, God bless. See you in the next video. Like it, subscribe to watch more.